Well, hello everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. Guys, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do, guys? I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm a shoulder to cry on. I am here for you guys. I am your how'd you say? I'm your psychiatrist for today. I'm your psychiatrist. I'm your counselor. This is what I am today, guys. I'm here for you. Just to let you know, I am here for you. I'm tired. It's my birthday, you know? I don't want to be too downhearted. I don't condone that. Absolutely. Guys, look. Listen, guys. What a terrible result yesterday, guys. Last night was absolutely the epitome of disgusting for me. I mean, I cannot think of anything more disgusting than that performance last night. I mean, I've been sitting down, I've been pondering, I've been thinking to myself, I've been waking up in cold sweats, I can't sleep, and I've just been thinking about that defeat. And you know, I only had a few hours sleep, guys, for goodness sake, you know. And yeah, look, you know, I didn't want anyone to talk to me this morning, you know what I mean? So, wife, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, wife. Don't talk to me. Absolutely. It was mad. But you know what, guys? We're in it together. We're in it together. Listen, yeah, Michael Jackson Earth song in a Man United capacity, guys. Absolutely. That's what it's all about, guys. Manchester United lose to Everton 1-0 in an absolute awful performance. Just what a present, guys. Is this some kind of reverse psychology? I don't know. Are they trying to make me feel bad to feel grateful? Is it one of them birthday presents? Well, you have to feel the pain to feel the pleasure. I mean, at the end of the day, for goodness sake, guys, it's crazy. Absolutely, guys. But you know what? I want to thank everyone for joining me. Goodbye. No, I'm not going to go. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I've got my player ratings here. Okay. And I don't know if I can go low on the player ratings. I don't know if I can go that low. But the player ratings are here. We're going to pick the bones out of the performance. We're not just going to blame the manager. It's the very easy thing to do. We're going to look at the team. We're going to look at the players. We're going to look at, David Moyes, who does it every time to us. Every time we play David Moyes, we seem to lose, whether it's West Ham, whether it's Everton, no matter who it is. Throughout history, David Moyes has given us problems. And I said this before the game yesterday. I said, look, we need to make sure we don't give David Moyes an opportunity. You know, we don't give David Moyes an opportunity and we don't give him any pleasure. Because at the end of the day, this is what happened, isn't it, guys? Absolutely, guys. But, guys, big up everyone who's wishing me a happy birthday. It's a lovely thing to do. You're very, very, very kind, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I'm at that age where I don't like to think about my age too much. But, guys, thank you so much. More grey hairs thanks to Man United. I guarantee you 50% of my grey hairs are because of Manchester United over the last 12 years. That is the problem. They should pay for my Just for Men. That's what they should do. They should pay for my hair colouring. That's what they should do. Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at them and what they've done to me last night. You know, I didn't even want to go to bed. I thought I was just going to sit up here and stare at the bloody wall. That's all I was going to do. Listen, I woke up in the morning, done my prayer, and here I am, guys. Here I am for you guys. But, guys, let me just say hello, hi. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me just say good evening, good afternoon, good night to the community, and big up Tybog. What's going on? Thank you, brother. Thank you for the birthday wishes, my guy. We're gonna pick the bones. Listen, if there was meat on this bone, if there was a meat on this bone, honestly, I'm telling you right now, it would be a pigeon, because that is what Man United gave us yesterday. Slim pickings, guys. Very, very slim pickings. Absolutely. Big up, my friend. Thank you, Dylan. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. I'm going with the birthdays because I don't want to raise my blood pressure too early in the morning. The doctor told me not to raise my blood pressure too early in the morning. So I'm just gonna read out the birthday wishes. So happy birthday. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Listen, losing to DM in 2005 is, listen, guys, you know what? It's been an awful time, isn't it? Big up, Benny. What's going on? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Now, the lack of urgency and intensity was absolutely shocking last night. We've been saying it here to many passengers. For sure, it's finished. Ahmad, I don't think, beat a man last night. We have to look at things realistically, guys, and we have to look at things in an objective manner, right? We have to look at things in a way that, we have to be real with ourselves. right? There's a lot of plaudits for a lot of our players in our fan base, right? And we have to be real to understand what their true level is, right? We already know about Dalot, about Shaw, about Maguire, about Bruno, about Casemiro, about Mason Mount. We know about them. But let's think about the players that have been getting the plaudits over the last, couple of years. Ahmad. How good is Ahmad? How good is he? Let's be honest. Is he better than Kudus? Is he better than Kudus? Is he better than half the wingers in the Premier League? He's not even in the top 10. And we're Manchester United. We have to be real with ourselves. He's not even in the top 10. I'm telling you right now. Some of the performances. Xerxes. How good is Xerxes, guys? Let's be realistic. How good is Xerxes? What an awful performance. If there was a time to prove yourself to the manager, I should be picked. This is my time. I'm going to show you why I should be playing. He showed us everything why he shouldn't be playing yesterday. And I don't think he should ever play again. And listen, even though the AFCON is around the corner, I would rather play with 10 men than play with Xerxes. I would rather do that. The 21st of December, let's just play with 10 men. Forget it. We don't want it. We don't need Xerxes. Absolute pathetic performance, man. Everything about that team, everything. Even Lenny Yoro had a poor game, but he's young. He's 20. You can't blame him too much. He's a young lad. He's going to get better. You know, Senna Men's didn't really do anything wrong. De Ligt didn't really do anything wrong. Luke Shaw, listen, Luke Shaw's been at Manchester United for 12 years, guys. 12 years Luke Shaw has been at Manchester United. He's been there when Louis van Gaal was there. And I had black hair. He's been there. For goodness sake, how long does Luke Shaw have to stay at this bloody football club? When is Luke Shaw going to retire at Manchester from Manchester United? I don't know. Kenny, the manager got the lineup selection wrong. Mazraoui was never a right wing back. Should have played Mount in the first place, in my opinion. But yeah, this was the worst point since Brentford. It was, Kenny. But one thing I would say about it, Kenny, none of us complained when the lineup was announced, right? None of us before the game, none of us came out and said, I don't like that lineup. Every single one of us, Kenny, my bro, every single one of us said that team is good enough to beat Everton. That team is good enough to beat. Every one of us said that. You know, so, you know, obviously hindsight's a beautiful thing. Hindsight, we're all geniuses in hindsight. Of course we are. You know, but none of us came out and said, look, you know what? That was a shit team. I don't want that team. That team's going to lose today. And none of us said that. Do you know what I mean? It's bad. Good morning, Held, you legend. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Good morning, son. More Mr. Nice Guy. I'm fed up. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm fed up. I'm a stupid imbecile, a retarded fan base. They need to seriously grow a brain and see the bigger picture. Guys, listen, look, you know, we are inevitable. Man United are inevitable. Man United fans are going to blame the manager, and he has a big part to blame. Of course he does. But what's inevitable about the average Charlie of a fan base? You know, what's the inevitable about it is they will just go after the face of the magazine. They'll go after the guy at the front page. That's what they're going to do, right? And they'll go after the guy on the front page, the front of the book. That's what they do. And they'll say the manager this, the manager that. And no doubt the manager got it wrong. A few things he got it wrong. Absolutely. And you can't play. He's just gone 5 games unbeaten. I know, guys, and we have to be realistic. And I said this in various other streams. I said it. I said that Man United are playing survival football at the moment. This is not sustainable, right? When we got the draw against Nottingham Forest, it was a moment of genius for Ahmad. When we got the draw against Tottenham, it was a last gasp corner, which, you know, we were lucky in the end not to lose the game. This is not sustainable. We were caught out by Everton yesterday and last night. And to be honest with you, very, very disappointed, very, very disgruntled. And the way I felt last night, I'm telling you guys, the way I felt like I've been betrayed. I really did. I felt like I've been slapped across the face, guys. Honest to God, I felt like I've been betrayed. Honestly, I felt so low. I felt like this team, I don't trust this team anymore. That's it. Just when I was about to say, you know what? Maybe we've turned the corner. Maybe we're going to do something now. Maybe everything's all good. Maybe we're going to get better. Forget about it. Absolutely. Let me down, man. Honest to God. I felt embarrassed. Here's us, right? At the weekend, talking about Liverpool, you know, talking about City, talking about all these teams. Oh, you're dropping points. Fantastic. I said it, guys. I said it during that time. Let's finish the job ourselves first before we start bantering anyone else. Because at the end of the day, we're going to get hit in the face with a wet salmon. And that is exactly what we did, guys. Right? Except it's on my birthday at 2 a.m. in the morning. Right? And to be honest with you, guys, I'm gonna try and enjoy my birthday. I was cutting potatoes, right? This is how exciting my life is, right? I was cutting potatoes. I put the potatoes in the oven. They're in the oven right now. And I'm just gonna sit here, put a candle on the potatoes and eat some dry potatoes. Because that is what the bloody performance they gave me yesterday. That is what it was. Absolute, honest to God. Helge, get this fraud out. Get the fraud out. Get him out of my football club, Helge. Exactly 1 year ago on Ten Hag, me and you and most people on the bloody common sense said, if we keep the same players, we'll still be back. Where was the rebuild? 4 out of 10 rebuild. That is not a rebuild. Where is the rebuild? What the hell? You know? Where is the bloody rebuild? We still got Bruno. We still got Maguire. We still got Dalot. We still got Shaw. We still got Mount. Goodness me, we got Casemiro still. What's the point of having Casemiro if he can only play for 60 minutes? But the thing what annoys me, right, guys, this is the thing what annoys me. Is that these players had 2 weeks to prepare for that. I'm telling you right now, guys, I can go in the streets of the UAE right now, Abu Dhabi right now. I can get 11 footballers. I work in a youth football team here, right? I can get 11 footballers, right, together, okay? And I could do a better job than that. I can get those 11 players to play better than that, you know? Helge, lo and behold, 1 year on and later, we are 10th in the league and asking for a manager to leave. We are exactly 10th a year ago and wanted Ten Hag gone. Exactly, brother. Exactly. And this is one thing we can't do. We can't go down the simple Charlie route. Look, we've lost 1 game in 5. All right. All right. You look at the last 3 games, they haven't been good, to be honest with you. And we have to look at the 3 games as well. We have to look at things objectively and say, like, you know what, we drew against Forest. We drew against, obviously, Tottenham as well. And we know how bad Tottenham are. And we have to be objective in everything we say. And if we're going to improve, we have to be mean as well. We can't be too nice, Held, you know. And to be honest with you, there is a lot of people throwing the manager under the bus. And, you know, and look, I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never throw the manager under the bus, especially the circumstances at Man United at the moment, the cultural issues at Man United at the moment, the context around Manchester United at the moment. But when I look at games like that, Held, right? I look at games like that, I can't help but just feel so infuriated that we could go. I mean, guys, 11 against 11, you don't lose to Everton. I was raised at a time, guys, where Everton, when we played Everton at home, 3 points. I was that time. I was raised in those eras, guys. To lose at Old T pretty comfortably, guys. Listen, Everton were comfy. 2 pillows, nice and comfy. Everton were good, guys. They were fine. They look like they're the ones who had the bloody extra man. It was them who had the extra man. You know? Unbelievable. Darren, last 3 games have been shit. Forget of European football. Man United, Darren, we're not ready for European football. Let's not talk about European football. We're going to get our arse handed to us on a platter. Nando's platter, guys. Absolutely. That's what's going to happen. Man United will get their arse handed to them on a platter if we go to the European competition. If we go to the Champions League and we play like that, guys, we won't have enough room on the scoreboard. I won't have enough room on my bloody stupid score video printer thing I've got on my screen. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But, guys, look, you know, I'm as disappointed as anyone. You know it, you know, and I felt it yesterday. I did feel it yesterday. And I'm tired, guys. I really am. I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling like this. Since David Moyes took charge of Manchester United, and I was watching Man United against Man City, and we lost 4-1 to Man City. You know, everything has just been so bloody depressing for Man United. You know, we've had small joys here and there. We've had small, you know, Brucey bonuses here and there. You know what I mean? We've had small, like, cuddly toys and stuff like that here and there. But the majority of it has been depressing, guys. Let's be real with it. We're not challenging for a league. We're not challenging for Champions League. You know, and you know what? I am feeling the punishments of everything. Now, in 1998, 1999, guys, I went to the Champions League final, right? I had no money. I went there on a coach, right? After the game, I had no hotel. So I just sat on the beach all night. And I had my brother with me. And I said to him, do you know what? And he's a Liverpool fan. I said to him, you know what? I'm going to grasp in this as much as I can grasp because this may never happen again. This here may never happen again. And I'm going to enjoy it whilst I can because, you know what? I've never witnessed anything like that in my life. It was absolutely fantastic. You know, I mean, absolutely amazing. Luckily, we went 10, 15 years more success, right? Not on that level, but we were successful. I just feel like now it's come to an end and we're just not doing the things right. We're not doing the simple things right. We sack Ruben Amorim. We're going to be back to square one, guys. We're going to go back a few years, guys. What do you expect us to do? Who are we going to get? Who's out there, guys? Who's going to come to Man United right now that is going to change Man United? That is going to make Man United better? Who's out there, guys? Absolutely. Donin, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're blessed. Good to see you. Ten Hag did a 2 trophies and second place in 30 months to pay Amorim system. We need real wing backs, absolutely, and two pivots with legs, and we have neither. Solution: don't play square pegs in round holes, or don't employ Ruben Amorim without backing him with the players that he needs. Because you know what, that is what. Yeah, that's true what you say, right? But you don't bring in a manager like Ruben Amorim without giving him the tools to do so. To you know, at the end of the day, you know, absolutely. Big up, all bars one. Thank you so much for the happy birthdays. Thank you so much, guys, for the happy birthdays. Thank you, my friend Celinho Ronaldo. What's going on, Hells? Thank you, brother. You know, yes, Saka, everything will be fixed. Mount, Bruno, Casemiro, Dalot, Shaw will suddenly get a new brain. I mean, exactly. I mean, Luke Shaw will suddenly say, oh, I don't feel any nicks anymore. Oh, what's that? It's a 6-pack. I thought I was fat. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's honestly, guys, I've seen some bad performances over this last few years. I've seen some terrible performances, to be honest with you. But that one there it just took the biscuit. My goodness me, it took the biscuit. It really did, guys. You know what I mean? I'm here drinking Coca-Cola Zero on a bloody on a bloody Tuesday morning. You know, I don't know what I'm doing on my birthday, guys. Absolutely. It's madness, guys. Absolute dreadful performance. Donin helped. I didn't say sack Agamemnon and need more magicians. I get Donin there. I get Donin. I get you, brother. I get you. But we know what we should have done. We should have appointed Ruben Amorim. That is the bottom line. If we have no intention of backing Ruben Amorim, what was the point of getting Ruben Amorim as the manager? If we had no intention of backing him, there was no point in getting him, was there? Big up, Donin. As soon as possible, Casemiro Bruno should be replaced. Agreed. The problem isn't like in system, in tactics. We don't lose to Grimsby with 10 men Everton because of Amorim's horrible manager. Exactly. We lose because of the mindset of the players. Yeah. Look, Ruben Amorim doesn't send those players out to not being able to pass a 2-yard pass. He doesn't send the players out there to be incapable of doing the simple things correctly. He doesn't send the players out there to do that, you know. And this is the big thing about it. You know, playing the low block. Look, we could have done things that could have contributed to a better outcome. Maybe play Ahmad on the right. We said it during the game. Play Mainu as the number 8. Maybe move Bruno into that number 10. Maybe do that. We could have done things that could have contributed to a better scenario. But you know what? At the end of the day, hindsight's a beautiful thing, as I've always said. Tell, as you touch on there. You know, at the end of the day, that team should have been good enough to beat Everton, let alone Everton with 10 men. Because from the start of the game, from the first minute, Everton were dominating the game. They looked like they were prepared for the game more than us. And for me, that is unacceptable for Manchester United. That is unacceptable, you know. Held, if this continues, I'm going to be a hiatus from the internet for a while again, because I simply can't deal with the fan base in there. Like everyone had a bloody stroke last 90% of their IQ and memory. Oh, that's harsh. I almost had one yesterday, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? Look, you know, I tend to stay away from social media when these things happen, because you know what, you differentiate between what is the reality and what is the idiotic. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, a lot of Man United fans are going to come out and say, "Get him out of my club, Ruben Amorim this, Ruben Amorim that." And look, Ruben Amorim is not exempt from mistakes. He's not exempt. Of course, he's not. Do you know what I mean? But one thing we got to do, we got to look at things as a package. We got to look at things as a whole, not just look at one thing and be tunnel visioned in our thinking, because you know what, we're never going to improve like that. We're never going to improve. We lose one game, he get him out of my club. We win a few games. Oh no, he's good. We give him a chance. He's getting better. We can't keep doing that, guys. We have to be like smart with this and mature in regards to the way we analyze these games, of course. And Dave, this is why I've been in this manager in and out nonsense. This is why I've never been in this in and out, because these players will be humble, both sides, absolutely. If truth be told, no matter the tactics, the players shouldn't be losing to 10 man ever. Exactly, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Big up, Dave. I like that. Like when you lose to Grimsby. You don't play. No team that Man United put out, regardless of the tactics, regardless of the personnel, should be losing to Grimsby, right? It's exactly right. You know, at the end of the day, we should not be losing to Everton, let alone 10-man Everton. We shouldn't be doing that. It's absolutely pathetic. It's absolutely, I mean, honestly, it's a scandal, Dave. And then the fans, and you know what it is, Dave, I'll be honest with you. Everyone has a right to their opinion. This is football. This is democracy. We know. But one thing I would say, guys, is that people have opinions. They have that opinion. They stick to that opinion. They worship that opinion. They don't support their football club. They support the opinion. That's what they do. So as soon as something goes wrong, there we go. Manager out. Get him out. It's the manager. The manager should do this. The manager should do that. I'm never going to be one of those guys, Dave. This is Stretford Post at the end of the day. And shouldn't I be that guy? Shouldn't I be the one saying, get him out of my club, get him the fraud out of my club? I've been supporting this club since the late 80s, guys. I've seen a lot. I've seen success. I've seen it. I know the levels. So why am I not saying, get him out of my football club? He's a fraud. Because I know what the real problem is at this football club. It's the players, it's the board, it's the culture at the football club, it's the mentality, it's the habits. I've been speaking about it for weeks and years and whenever. Do you know what I mean? Helge, people actually said they will get a new manager. He will get the tactics they want or use only the players that they like and say all the right things in the media. Guys, listen, this is it, Helge. Look, as soon as the new manager comes in, all right, he played a 4-3-3. He play a 4-2-3-1. He play a 4-5-1. He play a 4-4-2. Whatever he does, right? Exactly what you said there, Helge. He might drop their best player. Then suddenly, I'm not too sure about him. I'm not too sure about that manager. I'm really not too sure about him. He's a little bit, you know what I mean? He's leaving him out. Why is he leaving him out? Why is he doing that? Guys, this problem is bigger than we think. The problem at Man United is bigger than everything. And we have ourselves to blame as well. As a fan base, Man United have themselves to blame as well, because we're not looking at the bigger picture, guys. We're not looking at the bigger picture. You know, you look at Arsenal, right? And I don't like Arsenal. I do not like Arsenal. But what have Arsenal done? Guys, I said it yesterday. I spoke to Helge about it yesterday. Think of Man United as a tally chart, right? As you're going up, Man United are going up like this, right? A little tally chart. They're going up like this. They're going slowly up. Maybe some little like this, but then we'll get into a line, right? We'll get into a line. And this line will start going straight. That is not the time to drop. That's not the time to drop and give up. This line right here, right? You have to think, okay, we're neutralizing now. Now things are not going so well. It's not going up. How are we going to get to the next stage? How are we going to get there? Right? Now, at the moment, we've gone down and we got a line down there. So what we have to do now, guys, we have to think about how Man United are going to get there. And that is down to Ineos. That's down to the board. That's down to them investing in the football club. That's down to them backing Ruben Amorim, getting the wing backs he needs, getting the midfielders he needs, and backing him. Because at the end of the day, we can bring in whoever you want to bring in. Who are you going to bring? Areola, the Aya of Alatola, Areola. Here we go, guys. Absolutely. Chris Jericho coming down the bloody... at the end of the day, you know, and how, guys, who's going to come in? Look at Thomas Frank. Everyone telling me how great Thomas Frank is. Thomas Frank is going to challenge for the league with Tottenham. He's going to be the guy to win Tottenham a league title. He's going to be doing this. He's going to be doing that. Look at him. He's a Brentford manager. Areola of Alatola is a Bournemouth manager. And you look at Glasner, he's a Palace manager. It's, you're going to bring him into Man United. A couple of bad results here and there. Oh, is he really? He was a Palace manager. He's a fraud. He's a Palace manager. You know what I mean? Helge, I would laugh my head off if we get Glasner and he keeps Bruno and Casemiro in the midfield places. But he will, Helge. He will. Because these players have a power at the football club. They have a power. They're paid. They're assets. They're deemed assets. They're not footballers. They're assets. They're paid a ridiculous amounts of money. Casemiro's paid 350 grand a week. Bruno's just signed a new... Because big up Coco, my guy. Thank you for the birthday wishes, my friend. Thank you so much. Psychologist, I am sure those players would definitely need that. They need me. They need me in that dressing room, for goodness sake, man. Honest to God. I'll tell them how embarrassing they are, guys. I'll tell them how embarrassing they are. You know what I mean? I tell them about the birds and the bees. Sal, needed Sal as a therapist today. Look, you got me here, guys, and it's for free. You got Sal as the therapist, and it's for free, guys. You got me today, and you got me as an agony aunt. I'm an agony aunt. I'm here to talk to you guys. Absolutely. Look, I got a nice little thing here, guys. I've had a nice day. Look, I had my birthday. Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. That was for my birthday. I was going to celebrate today for my birthday. I was going to do an all-day stream for you guys. Look at that far corner, guys. That is what guys. That's what I had for you guys. That is what is for you. Bloody waste of time. Honest to God. And then I thought to myself, my missus, she said, you know what, Sal, leave it today. You know what, you're not happy and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And, I woke up 5 o'clock in the morning. I went to sleep at 2 in the morning. Thank you, my guy. Thank you, everyone, for the lovely birth. Thank you, Kenny. Big up, you legends, guys. Thank you so much. Very nice of you guys. Morning, Sal, happy birthday. Unfortunately, our players didn't give you that special 3 points. No, they gave me bloody, I don't want to say it, man. Bloody hell, I'll get myself. Birthday blessings, Sal. Thank you for that. Big up yourself, your legend. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Sal. Happy birthday. Best wishes. Thank you so much, my friend. Big up, Lisa, of course. Walaikum salam, Irfan. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Red. Salam, born day. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ephraim. Big up yourself. Donny, Ahmad is very good, game-changing sub. Yeah, I agree with Donny. Donim, I agree with you here. I don't think he's a starter. I'm sorry. I don't think he's a number 10. And I don't think he's a starter. If we're going to start him, he needs to start on a wing. The thing about a great number 10, right, is you need a certain amount of finesse when you're playing as a number 10. When I think about a number 10, I think about a Dennis Bergkamp, I think about a Dimitar Berbatov, I think about that kind of player that can pass through the eye of a needle sort of thing. Ahmad's a road runner. I've said it. Now, we have to be realistic with ourselves. And I said it at the beginning of the show, guys. We have to be realistic with ourselves. We have to say, Ahmad, which of the top 10 teams would Ahmad get into on the wing? In the attacking sense. Which of the top 10 teams? It's not Liverpool. No. Man City. No. Chelsea. Probably not. Then again, they got Garnacho. So maybe. But, which one? Irfan, the Ahmed fanboys need a reality check. We had a conversation before about Ahmed is not that guy. Irfan, we've had a lot of conversations, me and you, my friend. We've had a lot of conversations. And I don't come on here and talk about players for the sake of talking about players, for the sake of slandering players, because I just feel like being an absolute prat. I don't do that. I tell things for the basis of Manchester United. What is good for Manchester United? And I'm sure you do that as well, Irfan. We all do that. What is good for Manchester United going forward? I don't think he's good enough for Man United. And that is my opinion, right? I've seen great players at this football club. I know I don't like to be nostalgic. I don't like to be thinking about the past too much. But we're thinking about Ryan Giggs, Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, Lee Sharp, Andre Kanchelskis. We can go on about great wingers that have played for this great football club, right? I'm looking at Ahmed, and I don't even think he's as good as Luke Chadwick. That is what I'm looking at the moment. And look, I'm not singling out Ahmed. I don't want to single out Ahmed. There are a number of players in the team that are just not good. Mason Mount is not good enough for Manchester United. Dalot is not good enough for Man United. Shaw is not good enough for Man United. Harry Maguire is not good enough for Manchester United. None of them are. There's lots of players there, and lots of players that have been there for many, many years now. Do you know what I mean? Xerxes was woeful. I've never seen a guy that, this, if this was an audition, guys, if this was an audition, my goodness me, I don't know what, flipping hell. What's he auditioning for? Dawn of the Dead? Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's auditioning for? Is he going for the new Walking Dead movie as a zombie? Because that's exactly what I saw yesterday. Pull your socks up and get on with the game. Play the game. Show a little bit of intensity. He cost a lot of money. He played for Bayern Munich and teams like that. He's supposed to be a good player. You don't play for Bayern Munich if you're a rubbish player. Do you know what I mean? Dan, a big up, Dan. How you doing? Players on last night turned up again last night. Those players from last night, yeah, the players that we've been witnessing for a long time, of course, guys, absolutely. Why didn't Heaven start? I don't know what's happening with Heaven. I don't know what's happening with Heaven, but he should start ahead of Luke Shaw, absolutely. Happy birthday, Sal. Thank you so much, you legend. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you have a great day, and regardless of these numpties, big up my guy. Big up Revert 7. Hope you're doing well, Revert 7. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, look, you know what? To be honest with you, Xerxes, rusty first half, good to second half. Good second half. What are you watching, Donami? He was rubbish. No intensity at all. Look, goodness me, we might as well have a beanpole up front. It was nothing going on. Tutto, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Caccio, Tutto, how you doing? Buongiorno, how you doing? Ciao, ciao. Big up, brother. Thank you for your support in our channel. It means a lot. All day long, my friend, all day long. I like to support YouTubers, of course. When I wake up in the morning, I do support people. I do look around. I say, oh, they're pretty good. Let me just say hello to them lot, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up yourselves. No problem at all. You're welcome. Held, we should have been able to start 100 different moments. Exactly. Thank you so much, Tuto. Thank you. Really appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Irfan, my biggest and saddest disappointment is Shaw. I'm crying as I say this. A professional running with the ball into the opposition half. Stop the pass, it back. This is what Man United do. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. That's Man United. They go forward, they'll stop. There'll be a time that they stop. They're like a bloody Sainsbury's trolley. In some supermarkets, right? When you move the trolley, when you push the trolley too far out, the wheels lock. That's what Man United do. The wheels lock. And then we turn and we pass the ball back to square one, back to Netflix series 1. Let's go back to basics. That's what we do. And then this annoys me. Where is the intensity? Take on your man. Show a bit of bravery. For goodness sake, show a bit of bravery. Take on your man. It's so predictable. You got little shimmies. Get into that danger area. A little shimmy and then pass it back. Do you know what I mean? It's annoying me, honest to God. The players are overrated. They finished 15th last season. Exactly, reverts them. This is exactly what it is. And where was the rebuild? Where was this big rebuild that Bruno, that Ineos was supposed to be doing, that the Glazers was supposed to be doing? Where was this rebuild? I would like to know, asking a friend, guys, where was the rebuild? Goodness me. Honestly. Coco, Ahmad is definitely inconsistent and has more strengths than more strengths than weaknesses. At least does something. Some are even worse. He has more weaknesses than strengths. If you know about Beckham's and all the great players that play for Man United, their left foot is better than bloody Ahmad. Their left foot is better. But granted, he does run. Well done. He's a glorified Aaron Lennon. You remember Aaron Lennon who used to play for Tottenham? That's what he is. Aaron Lennon at least had an end product. I have no sympathy for anyone. I don't care. I'm done with it because at the end of the day, this is Manchester United. We're not a charity. We can't be complimenting Ahmad for what? Doing something any one of us would do. Run. And that's all it is. The rest of them shows how bad they were. Barry, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing a serial boys if our players can't step up again. Against 10 men. Absolutely. Barry, 10-man Everton. Absolutely, brother. Euro had a shocker. He wasn't the problem, though, was it? He wasn't the problem. It was the attacking side of things, which is the problem. Yeah, he was at blame for the goal and stuff like that. But you know what? I'm not going to hold him accountable for that. The problem was that Man United couldn't penetrate the Everton defense. They couldn't do anything to Everton with 10 men, Coco, Bruno, Casemiro, and Bremo were poor today. We have an individual collective collapse at times, and it's worrying. We had an individual collective collapse at the beginning of the game. As soon as the game kicked off, it was that. We carried on from the Tottenham game. That's what we did, you know. Ephraim, Sal, we always do not well against low IQ players. They do not string two passes. I mean, that's not the manager, isn't it? The fact that we can't string two passes together, that's not the manager, is it? You know, that's them. That's the ability. Barry, last night was up there with the Grimsby loss. I agree, Barry. Even worse, to be honest with you. I felt worse yesterday because you got a full sense of security with that, isn't it? Barry dominated Delict. Don't get me started on those other losers. Spot on, Sal. We just about do to slowly trust the team again, and then they show their true colours again. It's like giving a toxic ex 100 chances, and soon as they look, listen, I'm done with that. I filed for a divorce with this football club, honest to God, because at the end of the day, these players. I love this football club, but these players, oh my goodness me. I don't like these players, guys. Absolutely. Honestly, they drive me mad. These players have been there for years and years and years. Disappointment after disappointment after disappointment after banter after banter after banter, non-stop. When does it ever end? You know what I mean? We've at 7. The players lost every ball and second ball. Disgrace, absolutely. Sal, thumbnail says unacceptable. Yes, unacceptable to continue with back 3 against 10 men. It was unacceptable, but it doesn't really matter, does it? They should still beat 10 men, even with a back 3. It shouldn't really matter. But yes, he should convert to a 4-3-3. He should do that, or move a defender out and bring another striker in, or something like that. He should have done that. Even if you brought on Shea Lacey, but we were saying that yesterday, and it's just the way it is. But we should still not lose to Everton with 10 men. At the end of the day, the system should be a unit. It should be like a benchmark to go forward anyway, because they practice it every day. It's like they said, no need to score. We're winning this game. That's how it appeared to me. Clueless, no intention to win. No drive, no ambition, no desire, no will to win, no effort. You know, not busting their gut. I mean, it was just awful. Coco, we still push up, hoping for top 4 and be points away if we use it as yet a wake-up call. We've had enough wake-up calls, my guy. We've had enough wake-up calls, man. Goodness me, these guys can have Big Ben next to them in the morning. They can have Big Ben right there. Bang, 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 bang. And they still won't wake up. These guys don't understand. They just think, you know what? F that. I'm not playing today. That's these players. That's the mentality. It's them. They're the ones. Ahmad plays like a teenager sometimes. I mean, Ahmad is weak. Bigger AAX. So we're not going to move forward. We need to do an Arteta at Arsenal before we can do it. And that, who's that down to, ALX? Who's that down to, isn't it, brother? That's down to the board. That's down for them to back Ruben Amorim. That's down to them to say, right, Bruno, Dallo, Shaw, Mount, Maguire, Casemiro need to go. That's what they need to do. This is what we needed to do in the summer, which we didn't do, by the way, you know? Big up, Dylan. Amir, why are you toxic positivity? Why are you doing this? Welcome to the biggest club in the world. Hearts. Are you a bot, Amir? Are you a bot? I'm starting to believe that you are a bot. It's either that or you got something in your Weetabix. I don't know what it is, because are you a bot? I mean, this is not a time to be saying happy days, happy la la, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Is it that? I don't know. ALX, Ruben is the right man, but he must have the full backing from the owners. I agree, mate. Sir Alex seceded because he had the full backing after Sir Alex. None of the full back. Absolutely, Bubba. Absolutely, ALX. Great comment, my friend. I agree with that. Tyborg, the first problem are the players, but I think Amorim can't turn this around anymore. I believed until now, but I do not anymore. I don't believe that. I don't believe the changing the manager is going to change anything. I don't. And this is what I'm saying, Tyborg. This is why I don't switch. I don't flip-flop. I don't say, get him out of my club. He's just been unbeaten for 5 games, Tyborg. You know, there is an improvement there. But whilst you still got those players there, Tyborg, you know what's going to happen, isn't it? Those players are going to down tool anytime. He needs his own players. He had a 4 out of 10 window. Tybog, I mentioned this before about you, right? You've got to look at the board. You've got to look at the owners and say, why did they give him a 4 out of 10 window? Yes, he's not exempt from criticism, but every manager makes mistakes. But what do you expect him to do? You're sending him to a sword fight with a breadstick, you know? The first thing that should be coming out every single person's lips in this stream is Ineos, is the Glazers. That's what should be coming out. Because we knew this would happen. Because these players, no matter if you're playing against 10, these players were down tool, you know? They were down tool, you know? Sal, I remember vividly you were almost shouting common sense at the viewers 1 year ago. We don't lose the game because of Ten Hag tactics. It's the players. I mean, maybe I'm not. None of us. I mean, it's just so shit Sherlock, isn't it? Isn't it, Held? You know, and maybe. Look, I just want what's best for Man United, and I know that even if they sacked Ten Hag and Ten Hag was not perfect, I know that he made some stupid signings and stuff. I know, but he was not the problem, and neither was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, neither was Ralph Ragnick, neither was Jose Mourinho, neither was Louis van Gaal. The problem at Man United is the board, and as soon as we recognise this, the better we will be. Because at the end of the day, the easy thing is to do, okay, let's cut ties with Ruben Amorim, let's bring someone in, let's bring Glasner, let's bring Areola. Then what's going to happen? What's going to happen? We're going to be back here, Held. And you know it. And remember these words. We're going to be back here in a year's time with the same old nonsense. With the same old, oh, I don't believe in him. I don't believe in him. You know? Absolutely. Held. And yeah, 1 year later, 12 months later, 365 days later, yeah, absolutely. We are here again. Exactly. Thank you so much, Held. It's almost like we were right? It's almost like that, isn't it? Absolutely. Lawrence, good morning. It is extremely net. They will rally for Sunday, though, and hopefully get another draw better. You know what's going to happen, Lawrence? This is what's going to happen. Man United will defeat Crystal Palace. Man United will defeat Crystal Palace. And then what's going to happen, right, is everyone's going to be giddy again. Everyone's going to be excited again. Everyone's going to say, yeah, what a great win. We never win at Palace. But this time we won at Palace. But I guarantee you, West Ham coming along, Bournemouth coming along, Wolves coming along. We're going to lose one of those games. And then we go, oh, for good. We'll be back here, back to square one again. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. Guys, if we play like that against Palace, they will kick our ass. Yeah, we're going to play good against Palace, listen. We're going to play good against Palace. I'm telling you right now, we are going to play good against Palace. That's what's going to happen. Held, I agree to an extent, but I don't think any manager turns this around. Absolutely. That's the problem. People think another manager automatically makes us better, but it isn't. They don't understand. The thing is, I supported this club a long time, but I understand the football club. I understand the problem at the football club, right? I understand the cultural problem at the football club. It's the reason I've been to 600 games. I know people at the football club. I know the insides of the football club, the outsides of football. It's not being arrogant. It's the truth, right? And I know that no matter who comes into this football club, if we got the same structure, the same foundations, it's going to be a repeat, rinse and repeat. We're going to be the same thing over and over and over again, right? Now, you look at that window that Ineos supplied us, right? Look at that window that Ineos supplied Ruben Amorim. A 4 out of 10 window. I said it during the summer. I don't want any of you guys coming out and blaming the manager. I don't want anything. Because at the end of the day, we could play Manu in the centre midfield, play Ahmad on the right, we could play a false number 9, and we'll still get the same bloody results. The talent is not there. The players are just not there, you know? Held, thank God and bless you for you, Sal. Seriously, I bet you are the only channel on the entire planet seeing the bigger picture. Seriously, thank you for existing. You are the voice of reason. Thank you, Held. Look, at the end of the day, look, I see things from a human level. I don't see from an arrogance point of view. I want what's best for Man United. I'm the one I'm going to get bantered. I get bantered. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm just tired of the rinse and repeat, Held. I'm tired of the same old thing. Ruben Amorim made mistakes yesterday, but at the same time, right, those players couldn't pass a 2-yard pass. Is that Ruben Amorim's fault? Is Ruben Amorim going in the training field and saying, look, you know what? Don't pass correctly. Pass to your opposition team. He's not doing it, isn't it? Big up LT, my guy. Big up Sal. So you didn't get the birthday present you deserved, and unfortunately, we still don't have the mentality to consistently win games we're supposed to win. And this is even before Amorim. Exactly, LT. This has been going on for a long time, LT. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate you. This has been going on for far, far longer. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. What a shambolic performance. Big up Amir. The first negative comment you've ever written. Ruben will get sacked eventually. He's clueless. Back 5 against 10 men. What about the players, Coral? What about those? The next manager comes in, it's going to be the same. 4-3-3. It's 4-3-3 with Erik ten Hag, wasn't it, Coral? Wasn't it? What happened with the 4-3-3 with Erik ten Hag? You know, he got sacked, didn't he? I'm used to Manchester United performance being stuff like, especially when we have opportunity to take the advantage of the team above us. If we had Man United, has been doing it for years, Mark. Man United have been doing it for years. A time to take advantage, we give up. You know what I mean? We don't take advantage. Yes, Ineos were naive appointing Amram, not knowing it when a huge investment in the squad changes. Yes, Donham, exactly. Held. We literally have millions of fans. There is one, and not one except you, who aren't calling for the manager's head. That what makes you special again. Happy birthday, brother. You are the red pill. Thank you so much, Held. Look, I'm not sitting here saying that Ruben Amram is exempt from criticism. Ruben Amram shouldn't be sacked if he doesn't get results. That's not I just want to clarify that. Okay, what I'm talking about things in context. I'm talking about everything around in regards to what is really, truly wrong with this football club. And I've been talking about it for years. Seems like for years that I've been talking about the culture at the football club, the context surrounding the football club, this. So many different things, guys. You know, I knew it back then. I knew it when we lost 7-0 to Liverpool. I knew it when these games, like I thought, you know what, these players are not the ones. You know? Shakti, big up Shakti, how you doing? We need a few more new signings. We'll be fine. It's frustrating right now, but it was expected to be like this. Good thing is Amram's in touch with reality. He knows them players and the club well now. Excuse me. At least I hope he does, Shakti. I really hope he does. I really does. I really hope, Shakti, that this was an education to him about some of those players. I really hope that he's looking at those players now and thinking, you know what, I don't trust those players. You know what I mean? Every time we play lesser sides like Everton, we're expected to win. These players tend to play without the intensity needed, can't make a simple passes, and they choose to. I mean, I think it's like a mental thing. I really do. I think it's a mental thing. I think they play like they're playing in sand. They play like they got something on their back, a big fridge on their back or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Revert 7. Maz was good last season. This was whenever he's played, he's been absolute dog shite. I mean, this season has not been great, has he? Absolutely. Morning, Jamie. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. The team came out with a lack of will and intensity. Absolutely. Manager got the balance wrong after they went down to 10. But these players were shocking. Absolutely. This is what I love. You see what Jamie's writing here. You see this balanced comment. And the toxic fan base do not help. Dalla out. You see this, right? This is what I love about some of our fan base. Because we come out with comments like this. This type of comments is balanced. It's not exempting criticism from Ruben Amram. But it's putting blame on what the blame is, which is the players on the pitch. You're only as good as the tools that you have at the end of the day. You know, why were Sporting Lisbon players crying when Ruben Amram left their football club? Why were they crying? You know, we have a culture problem at a football club, and until we sort of solve this, we're not going anywhere. Big up, Roy. Hope you're doing well. Big up. These players aren't even the levels of Ji-Sung Park or Darren Fletcher. Of course not. No, Darren Fletcher ended up being real class. I think Darren Fletcher highly underrated. I don't even need to mention Keane, Scholes, Giggs, and others. I can tell you right now, ALX, right? I can tell you right now, Alex. I call you Alex. I can tell you right now, you can get those players out of retirement. You can get Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham. Heck, you can get Eric Cantona if you like, Roy Keane. They will play better than Man United played yesterday at their age. Held. The Glazers survive year in, year out exactly for the reason our stupid fan base always go for the manager and don't see the bigger picture. Smokescreen FC. Absolutely. Space Jam SC. A big up, Kenny. I hope you're feeling better, mate. Hope you're feeling better. If our fan base saw the bigger picture, it would be riots outside Old Trafford every game until they were gone, because they are going to the top unless the owners change and manage. Man United should hold everyone accountable. Man United should have high standards. Man United are the Bayern Munich and the Real Madrid of England, right? And we're slowly drifting away from that. I know that. You don't need to tell me that. I know we're drifting away. And, you know, Man United need to stop this. We need to cut it from the source. And we need to stop this. We need to stop this decline, you know, because it's getting worse, guys, you know. Dan, Sal, once a couple of quality players were out injured, the team of last season returned. That's what I saw last night. Dan, you make a good point. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we have a threadbare squad. Our squad is very thin. And our squad is it's not good enough, guys. It's not good enough. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And we've been saying this for ages. This is why I said the window was a 4 out of 5 out of 10 window. We did not fix the problems that needed to be fixed. We did not do enough in regards to this window, guys. We really didn't. You know. I said this summer Ineos was to blame. Big up Revert 7. They've made some shady signings and haven't. I don't blame this. I think Mbremo overall has been a good signing. It was a poor game yesterday, but I think he's been a good sign. I think Cunha, I think it proved yesterday how important Cunha is. I think it proved yesterday how important Sesko is up front, a figurehead up front. I think that improved. I mean, it showed you there. If anything positive came out of the game yesterday, it was that it showed us the problems. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, absolutely spot on, Revert 7. Lawrence, massive emphasis on January investment needed now because the club finances in Europe, even Europe or the squad will not progress. Hope you have a cool day regardless. Lawrence, love you, brother. Thank you so much, man. And look, you know what? I'm going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk much about it today. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm just going to talk about it now, just get it off my chest. And that's why I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. Absolutely. Thank you, Sanjay. Love, love, love. Thank you so much. Big up yourself. Jamie, happy birthday. Thank you so much, man. Thank you very much. Wish it was a better circumstances for all of us. You know what I mean? That would have been the perfect. I would have sacrificed everything just to have a bloody win yesterday. Do you know what I mean? I love that birthday gift. Big up, Mike. Big up, man. Big up. Yeah, I tried to put a little bit of comedy on it and stuff. Remember, good, did it good. The rest, the jury is still out. I said last season, Ugarte is poor, so I'm being proved right. This is not about being proved right, being self-righteous, Revert 7. There's a problem with Ugarte. Ugarte was good at PSG, was good at Sporting Lisbon. Even Ruben Amorim said that. What's going on right now is an inconsistency of playing time. He's not playing every single game. He didn't play yesterday, so I don't know why we're mentioning him at the end of the day. So what I would say is that this is not about I'm right, you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong. This is not about this. It's about Manchester United. You know, at the end of the day, I'm right about a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm right about many things at the end of the day. But who cares? Who gives a shit? Man United lost. We lost. We lost. You know, and it doesn't matter. I was right about who cares? Who cares? We would have lost with a Vitinha in the team yesterday. That is the culture at the football club. It would have rubbed off of Vitinha. Every single player that comes into this football club, the culture rubs off on them and they underperform. Wedding, what's going on? Hi, Sal. Wish you happy birthday. Thank you so much. No, every time he's played, he's looked slow, weak. You can't be both. Ugarte didn't play yesterday. You're making it an agenda, Revert 7. Players are sell dollars require customer amount. Ahmed Shaw, Malaxi, Ugarte. Yeah, me too, brother. Me too. Absolutely. Guys, another Ineos doesn't look good already. He's not ready yet. He's only 20, though, Revert 7. Let's not forget Beckham was at Preston North End at 7. Everett wasn't even at Monaco at 20. Ahmad reminded me of Garnacho yesterday. I mean, he's been reminding me of Garnacho for a little while, to be fair. To be fair, guys. 1 second, guys. Why isn't Sesko the right man, Revert 7? Tell me why isn't he the right man? He didn't play yesterday, by the way. Why isn't he the right man? He scored 2 goals for us. He's the only one bloody. He created a goal against Chelsea. He was the reason that Chelsea went down to 10 men. Why isn't he the right man? Why don't you get all this genius you got, mate, and make yourself a success, mate? Stop talking about I was right, I was right, I was right. You were wrong, mate. At the end of the day, you're wrong. No, Sesko was not a flop. He's not a flop. He's been there flipping a few games, for goodness sake. Stop this arrogance, mate. Achieve something in life, then come out with arrogance, mate. United, Qual, big up. Moyes, LVG, Roy, Odegaard, Ten Hag, and now Amran. Different managers, same results. If the manager is the variable, what are the constant in the equation? Absolutely. Absolutely. The fact that we need to sell about 10, 11 players and get 11 new ones just start being absolutely. United, thank you, mate. Absolutely spot on. The answer of what is going on, the answer of what's going wrong is complex and multi-layered. Amram is at fault, players is at fault, staff at fault, absolutely. And no matter who comes in this football club, it's going to be the same thing. And that's the thing. That's the bottom line. So what game is going to be on Saturday against Palace? I'm going to be on the edge of my seat. What do you think? So what a game. I mean, I don't really, I'm not even thinking about that at the moment. You know that. I'm just, because I wouldn't be surprised if they go out there and they beat Palace. It's the thing. Only Sean Maguire beat Bruno, been there years and years. And yes, Shaw and Bruno, yeah, they might all go. Yes, Donan. Yeah. And it only takes one, by the way. It only takes one. One game a week and still can't beat 10 men from 13th minute. Yeah, we don't deserve European spot. We don't, Stephen. I agree. 0 rating for all the players. Unforgivable. Big up, my friend. Big up. Of course, guys. Big up. Kenny. This was Fulham all over again. Deja vu. Big up, brother. Big up. Absolutely. Big up. Big up. Mark. I know. You know what? I'm so disappointed is the manner in which the lose no fight. Exactly that. Exactly that. Absolutely. Mark again. Different Mark. First 10 minutes, you could tell we were playing like absolute dog shit. I agree. First half stopped at 1 a.m. here in the UAE. I'm in the UAE as well, Mark. Yeah. Finished at 2 a.m. altogether. I finished. Just went to bed, had enough wasting my time. Big up, Mark. Hope you're well. Absolutely. Hope you're well. Irene, this team is toxic, useless. No matter who come in, they just be... Yeah, exactly that. People don't understand it. It's too complex for them to understand. It doesn't matter what players come in. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's the same thing. The same thing will happen, of course. It will happen. Imagine bringing in Zidane and he says that what ABC and I want ABC D and E. Owners say that sorry, but you're getting X Y Z. Exactly. He's bound to foul. Even Pep needed full backing. If not, he wouldn't succeed. Absolutely. Exactly, bruv. I don't know why they say Bruno is our best player. He's actually one of our worst. I've been saying this for a long time, Vernon. A long time. When it's unpopular to do so, I've been saying this for a long time. People won't listen to me. I won't listen to me. Absolutely. Helge, put on the birthday gift once more before the stream ends. I'll put a smile, man. Big up, my guy. Big up, I will do. Felicia, big up. Thank you so much. Alive and Grace, players. Guys, this is not about right and wrong. I've been right about a lot of things. You've been right about a lot of things. We've all been right and wrong about a lot of things. But one thing's for certain, we need to think about the bigger picture and what's good for Manchester United. No matter who comes into this football club, whether it's Ugarte, whether it's Vitinha, who cares? They're going to be infected by the same thing. And this is where smart people come into play. And real smart people come into play, right? Because no matter who comes in this football club, whether it's Angel Di Maria, whether it's Ibrahimovic, whether it's Cavani, we're still going to have the same problems because Man United is a toxic mess from the top. And this is where people forget. They forget this, don't they? They don't look at the bigger picture. You know what I mean? They're very simplistic. Blame. Individual. It's not individuals, guys. It's not individuals. None of these players played yesterday. And they're still blaming these individuals. So what does that tell you? I don't think we lose yesterday if Sesko plays. I think we would have been much better. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And look, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we have to accept it. But blaming individuals, individualizing something that is far beyond individual is ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. And I don't take your opinions seriously at the end of the day, guys. Serial losers, Helge. Absolutely. And this is what we've been talking about. And then people want to come on the stream and say, well, I told you this, I told you that. Guys, thank you everyone for joining me. Big up Paul, big up everyone. I am off. I'm going to celebrate my birthday in peace, guys. But thank you everyone who joins me. For today, I will be back soon. Don't worry about that. Put your notifications on. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to smash a like, guys. Let's get to 50 likes before the end of the show. Really appreciate it. But one thing I urge everyone, guys, let's not fall out. Right? Let's not fall out as a fan base because I know that we're going to fall out. And I know that people are going to argue with each other. This is what we do, isn't it? It doesn't help anything, guys. It really don't. Thank you, Helge. Big up yourself. Thank you, everyone. Absolute legends. Absolute diamonds, of course. Take it easy. Glory, Man United every day. things need to change. Of course they do. And, let's hopefully they change and let's hope for the better. The Man United fan base deserve better. They deserve better. Absolutely. Right. No, we're all genius in hindsight, aren't we, guys? Isn't it? But, guys, take it easy. Have a great day, great evening, great night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sal, and this is Breaking Dawn, guys. Take it easy. Up the Stretford Post. Big up, Helge. Thank you so much, my guy. Big up yourself. Take it easy. See you soon. Peace.